Hello everyone and welcome back to my Beyond the Gates 24 official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Dani is passed out on her kitchen bottom with the empty vodka bottle by her side. Andre arrives at the door and lets himself in. He pokes around a bit, finds her on the bottom and rushes to her side. Andre gets Dani to the lounge and gives her ibuprofen for her ineluctable leftover. Dani says she doesn't typically drink that much, and Andre shoots her a look saying he's seen her knock back a many. With that, he sits next to her on the lounge and pulls her close. Dani asks him not to tell anyone he set up her in this state. Dani awakens to find Andre gone and herself with a bit of a leftover. She drinks her water and deliberately avoids the vodka bottle across the way. Andre and Nicole sputter a bit about Ashley before Nicole says she knows her horse son will ultimately make a veritably special woman happy. Andre notes there's no need for his aunt to worry about Ashley as she has zero interest in him and thinks it's for the stylish. Nicole notes the maturity in his response, which leads Andre to jump to a more particular content. Nicole inquires and Andre says it's about Dani. Andre lies, saying he ran into Dani and noticed she sounded relatively down. Nicole counters, saying she saw her family before and all was good. Andre notes he knows better than utmost how trauma gets worse after the original shock when everyone leaves, and you're left alone. Nicole says it no way passed to her that her family could be lonely. Ted returns and he and Nicole bandy possible destination passages for their forthcoming anniversary. Ted wants to visit every Major League Baseball field in one trip, but Nicole is apathetic in that particular adventure. Ted does his stylish to move her when Eva arrives, dry cleaning in hitch. Eva respects Leslie on her tasty pork chops and says they don't need to spend plutocrat going out to enjoy a mess. Leslie is more upset about them being seen together as it would beget huge issues if they were honored. Eva is a little dismayed Leslie is still ready to take down Ted and tries to distract her. Leslie is zoned in, saying she knows Ted got her thrown out of the fate. Indeed, though Eva says she can't be sure it was his fault. Leslie is swayed while Eva flashes back to having committed the dirty deed herself. Eva wants to watch their story, but Leslie says they've too important planning to do. Eva interjects by telling her about her pressure-filled relations with Kat. She fills her in on intruding with Kat's new man and how easy it's to spark her. Leslie asks for further details and Eva says he's cute, smart counsel. Leslie advises her to keep her steer clear. Eva inquires and Leslie notes her job is important and Kat could get her fired. Leslie says they need an event concentrated on Ted to drop their stunners, but Eva says there's nothing like that on the timetable. Leslie notes Ted and Nicole's anniversary is forthcoming. Eva wonders how she knows, and Leslie says she was always up to date on Ted's timetable as he'd cancel on her when he'd important dates with his woman. She thinks a big party for their anniversary will do the trick. Eva is reticent, which sparks Leslie's interest and concern. Eva notes Nicole simply told her about the anniversary and to keep it open for a possible regale. Leslie thinks she should suggest a big bash, but Eva knows it would arouse dubitation. They club the idea back and forth before Leslie pushes and Eva veritably reluctantly agrees. Haley tells Bill they're done, but he thinks she's overreacting. He wants to help fix the situation as they've formerly endured the worst. Haley says it's all easy for him to say as he formerly had the city's respect. Is she supposed to live this way the rest of her life? Bill prodigies where his fire-breathing dragon of a woman is. She says she's still there but thinks Bill could have given her a heads up about how bad wedded life might be. Haley loved the brief time they were on their honeymoon before returning to formally again come the behind-the-gates leper. Indeed worse, Bill's ex-wife has sneaked their home and caused significant damage. Bill asks what he can conceivably do and Haley tells him to give her the life he promised. However, she has some opinions to make, if he can't give her what he promised. Bill puts together a romantic mess for Haley and says he wants to save their marriage. He understands he promised her the moon, and nothing has gone as planned. Tonight, he wants to plan their evening in a way to continue their honeymoon and plays music from their Italian adventure. She appreciates his sweats, and he wants to make it clear she has his heart. With that, he seats her and gets busy preparing their mess. Haley is thrilled with Bill's mess, and he hopes she has saved room for Kate. She stops him saying they need to talk about their connubial issues. He suggests they record more alone time, but she realizes he's trying to sweet-talk her. Just also, he pulls out a gift, a lovely brace of diamond earrings. Haley is thrilled she actually pays attention to what she says and moves over to him to duly thank her hubby. Ashley arrives home and appreciates the smell of Derek's culinary stylings. She grabs wine spectacles and catches Derek rubbing his shoulder. Ashley makes him sit and puts her magic fritters to work. He says his jaw is tight, which leads Ashley onto his stage and a make-out session. Just also, Derek gets a textbook from work about a 5-alarm blaze. Important to her chagrin, he grabs his fleece and snappily exits. Ashley sits at her place alone drinking wine when she heads to a press, pulling out the collage of filmland Andre framed for her. She calls her mama, and Jan arrives to keep her company. Ashley is bummed because Derek was planning to canonize on her this evening. Jan sees the collage picture and her son says it's from Andre. Jan recognizes him as the man from the elevator and the baby delivery. She inquires for further details and Ashley says he's Dr. Richardson's whoreson who is around a lot because of his work. She offers it to her mama and says she feels funny keeping it because of Derek. Jan questions if there's anything romantic between her and Andre. Ashley pauses and says he nearly kissed her the other night. Jan doesn't suppose there's any peril being musketeers with Andre but prodigies if she told Derek. Ashley says she kept the incident to herself as she doesn't want to make anything awkward. Jan encourages her to not make a big deal out of effects. Ashley says she likes Andre and would miss him if he wasn't around. Eva says she had Kat's dress dry-gutted and wanted to get it back in her closet ASAP. Nicole informs Eva about Ted's plan to sweep her down for 2 weeks of Major League Baseball passages. Eva weighs in saying they may not have time for a trip but perhaps she could arrange a regale or a party. Ted jumps on board saying he thinks a party is a great idea. Nicole concurs and Eva heads upstairs to return Kat's dress. Danny finishes her water and also heads back over to finish off the vodka. Before she does, she pours it down the drain. Haley tells Bill he's worth the fight, and she won't let herself forget it. He promises they're a platoon who'll fight the good fight together. Nicole and Ted continue reviewing the filmland from the Fate. She sees filmland of her mama and father which makes them both agree their relationship pretensions. Eva arrives home and Leslie incontinently asks for an update. Eva confirms she planted the idea of the party and Leslie is thrilled Ted and Nicole agreed to the plan. She'll leave the planning to Eva while Leslie guarantees the fireworks. Haley arrives home and tells Bill about the agony that was her breakfast experience. She no way ate as no one would stay on her. Bill is stupefied to learn the bad service came from the country club. Indeed worse, there was a whole mass of Duprees witnessing her demotion. Haley doesn't understand how Danny is still queen, and she's unnoticeable. Bill vows Haley will get the respect she deserves.